The Department of Homeland Security says it found 250,000 non-citizens registered to vote in 4 states. Now the federal government says states could lose election funding if they don't follow new election security rules. Homeland Security Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen says states that want federal reimbursement for running federal elections will have to meet new election security requirements. States would have to use a federal database to verify the citizenship of registered voters and routinely scrub their voter rolls. That means removing people who have died, removing people who have moved away and are no longer eligible to vote in that state, removing duplicate registrations, and identifying registrations that may belong to non-citizens or otherwise ineligible voters. Mullen says DHS plans to go even further. He says the department will begin reviewing voter registration records and election data before and after every federal election. Mullen emphasized that a real ID is not proof of U.S. citizenship and does not make someone eligible to vote. Another concern for Mullen is voting machines. He says foreign adversaries have a way to get into voting machines and change registrations and votes. The question now is whether states will agree to these new federal conditions or risk losing election funding. Some state officials are pushing back, saying DHS hasn't provided evidence for some of its claims and arguing their states already have election safeguards in place. Others say the executive branch may be exceeding its authority if it imposes conditions that Congress did not authorize. This raises an interesting question about state autonomy versus national autonomy. Elections are mostly run by the states, but states rely on federal funding for security requirements. And since federal elections determine who governs the entire country, the federal government has a legitimate interest in setting standards to protect the integrity of those elections. What do you think? Should the federal government just enforce the election security requirements Congress has already established? Or can it add new ones as a condition for receiving funding? Let me know your opinion.